Hello everyone, it's Silvia from Feel Like Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to do some unboxing together today. And as I promised, for the whole month of October, all of my videos are going to revolve around the theme of Halloween. I cannot wait. It is my favorite time of the year. And this year is going to be fantastic because I've got so much decoration, as you can see around me. And after my giveaway, I've also been given the order in which I'm going to be wearing my spooky nails. So this is week 1 and these are the nails that I'm going to wear, and there's going to be another 3 sets, and then for the last week of October I will just pick my favorite one. I'm gonna tell you probably not this one because these are so long and it's actually very difficult to, well, do pretty much everything with these nails, but they are so much fun, so I don't mind. Let's have a look. So the first deck is a Kickstarter deck that I just received, and I am so very excited about this one. It came with this, this is an ad, I believe, for a new deck that is on Kickstarter right now. So it has launched on the 26th of September. It's called the Sugar Plum Tarot, and it's by Chain Assembly, I believe. So the same creator as the Tarocchi Gialli. I have not checked the Sugar Plum Tarot out on Kickstarter. To be honest, I have backed so many projects this year that they're trickling, they're literally being delivered almost I'd say two per week, which is really awesome. But at the same time, it also means that I'm a bit confused because some of them I backed last year and they just had some major delays. Some of them I have just backed them a few months ago and they're already being delivered. So it is a bit confusing when you back so many in a year, but I'm not complaining. I'm actually really stoked about that. So this is the Tarocchi Gialli. The name is Italian, obviously. In Italian, this means yellow tarot. Are they going to be yellow? No. So what we mean in Italy by giallo, it's referring to a genre that could be either a book or a movie, and it's definitely, let's say, a thriller slash horror slash mystery kind of genre. It does have, well, if you look at the books, you will see that mostly it's about thrillers. They may have, let's say, supernatural twists or horror twists. But when you look at the movies, this genre really was at its peak during the 70s. And those years we saw some of the best Italian horror movies of all times. One, I was too little to go to the movies, obviously, back then, but I did watch many of them afterwards on TV. And a fantastic movie director that was really specialized in horror movies was Dario Argento. And some of my favorite movies from Italy in the, not just the 70s, but let's say also the 80s and the 90s were definitely by Dario Argento, such as Suspiria, which has, I believe, you can actually watch it in some of the streaming services that I have, whether it's Netflix or something else, I don't remember. And then Phenomena. And let me tell you, Phenomena was one of my favorite movies of all times. And yes, it was a horror movie, and there's a lot of gore, there's a lot of disgusting details, but it's just absolutely amazing. If you like this genre, I highly recommend it. Phenomena, if you can find it, obviously. So this is the Tarocchi Gialli. So these are, as it says here, a Rider-Waite style deck inspired by Italian Gothic horror films of the 70s. And there's also 3 cards here that they've included, the creator has included for me personally. I'm not gonna open this, or maybe I will, but maybe at the end of the video. Let's see what cards I got for this reading. But without much further ado, let's have a look at these tarot cards because I'm really excited. Obviously, I know about the campaign. I had a look before I decided to back it, and I am familiar with many of the posters of these movies. This feels like a really heavy deck. It's a very sturdy 2-part box. Let me just open it quickly. Okay, so the quickly part of, let me just open these quickly, was not quickly. These nails, they teach you how to use your fingers in a different way, let's say. And I am reminded of a wonderful, fantastic movie that actually won the Oscar a couple of years ago. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, I think it was called. I absolutely love that movie so, so much because I love Michelle Yeoh. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. She's an amazing person. I absolutely love her. And there is let's say, it's a movie about multiverses, and in one of the different universes, you have people with sausages or hot dogs for fingers, and they obviously, or their daily tasks, take on a whole different meaning. And when I use these nails, I actually feel a little bit like that. I'm exaggerating, of course, and I actually really love these nails. It's just that I don't think I would be able to do all of my daily chores, such as laundry, for example, with these. But let's have a look at the cards. So two-part box, as I said. They also renamed the suits, as I can see here: candles, eyeballs, knives, and skulls. And we've got something here. They hardly cared about the movie itself, but went for the experience, whether it be watching beautiful ladies take off their clothes, gunslingers shooting dead hordes of enemies, or masked killers dispatching their victims in gruesome ways. Roberto Curti, Italian Gothic horror films, 1970-1979. I really want to check this quote out. It's gonna be really interesting. I do have to say, there was a lot of very commonplace tropes in those movies. I briefly, for a couple of years at uni, I actually studied theory of cinema. And I absolutely loved it because it gave me an even stronger passion for movies. And I just really want to check this out. It could be very interesting, whether it's from a book or not. I don't really know. So let me just say that art and design is by Chain Assembly, and the card description by Bianca Craig. So really, really excited about this. And we have this really beautiful skeleton at the back. So let me just, okay, all right. So they are big. Oh my goodness, they are big cards. And one is stuck. Okay, let me just sort this out. Or is it stuck, or is it meant to be like that? No, it is stuck. And of course, this one in the inside part of the box is from one of the movies. I should know the name of this actress. I am so sorry, I actually don't. As I said, I was too little. I was born in the mid 70s, and of course I would have been way too little to go to the movies back then. It looks like these are the bags, yes. And so this is just one card that shows the bags on both front and back. Really cool. I have to say, I'm already noticing that I like this cardstock. It feels very soft to the touch. It's a semi-gloss. I would say 80% matte, 20% gloss, because it does catch the light, but not too much, and it's actually really, really good. Very sturdy. Very sturdy. You know what happens because of, obviously, of physics, when you have a larger surface, you would have more of a bounce. Even though this may be a 350 GSM, I actually don't know. It might be a 320, but it feels very sturdy, like a 350 or even higher, even 380. It could have a core, but I don't remember the specs of the deck, so my apologies for that. But it feels like a very sturdy deck. And this is the guidebook. Again, I should really know these actresses. Of course, they are Italian actresses. Although I have to say, in Phenomena, I think we had the protagonist with Jennifer Connelly, a very young Jennifer Connelly, absolutely wonderful in that role. And that I remember. So in here it says it's been written by Nick Ribera. I have to say, I had a conversation with Nick about whether I had paid for the shipping of the Kickstarter or not, because I had so many, I actually got confused in the end. And he's fantastic. He replied within the hour. Really, really great experience on Kickstarter. And I have to say, I will always say good things about Kickstarter creators, and I will not say bad things about bad Kickstarter creators. So it means that if I'm talking about someone, when I talk about their decks that I received at a Kickstarter reward, I had a great experience. I will, however, not say anything about bad experiences because there's always reason behind a bad experience. But I am currently having a really awful one. Really, really awful one. Obviously, it's not Nick's. This was amazing. It was very quick and really good communication. So, going to look at the guidebook. Okay, so we got obviously the table of contents, introduction, spreads, woohoo, process, major arcana, candles, eyes, knives, and skulls, and references and credits. It will be interesting for me to check all the references because I am sure that I will know some of these movies. So it says here, Tarocchi Gialli is a Rider-Waite tarot deck inspired by the mesmerizing movie posters of Italian Gothic horror films from the 60s and the 70s, so even before I was born. I first fell in love with the style of filmmaking with Della Morte dell'Amore. Although it came out in 1982, it brought me down a rabbit hole of films by Lucio Fulci, Dario Argento, and Mario Bava. I only know Dario Argento and Mario Bava. I watched a few movies by Dario Argento for sure. Mario Bava I have heard about. Contemporarily described as lowbrow schlock, Giallo films were known for heightened sexuality, true, brutality, true, and dread. Giallo, yellow, originally referred to the covers of pulp novels published in Italy in the 20s and 30s that each had a trademark yellow cover. Much like the covers of the books before them, the film's posters ended up with a similar dramatic flair for bold color, binarized photos, and screaming women. Guys, I am enjoying this so much. I cannot wait. This is unbelievable. I absolutely know that I'm going to love this so much. So even the book is amazing. Look at this. Predictive. So we have a spread here. Predictive. This simple spread helps compare your past decisions, outside influences, and possible results yet to come. Position number 1, this represents a person or event from your past that is still haunting you. Oh my goodness, I'm going to love this so much, especially for Halloween. I am so stoked about this deck. Number 2, this horizontal card describes how card number 1 is still affecting you. Number 3, this vertical card identifies an additional outside influence that is currently affecting you. And finally, card number 4 describes a possible event that will be a culmination of these two influences. Really loving this filter. The filter spread is designed to show you how you can affect change in your situation and surroundings. Relationships, compare you and your partner's approach to your relationship and explore 3 possible results. Oh my god. And wow, there's a few. So desires, crossroads. That is so cool. When one door closes, designed by Marielle S. Smith from Tarot for Entrepreneurs. Wow, I love that there's also different people contributing to these spreads. 7 times spreads designed by Bianca Craig. Inspired by the title, The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. I know this movie. La Regina Rossa uccide 7 volte, something like that. I am going to check out on all of these movies. I cannot wait. I actually have this whole thing with my husband in which we're going to watch one horror movie every week of October, and I choose one and then he chooses another, so it's going to be so much fun. If I can find Italian horror movies with subtitles in English, then it's going to be on the list. With this deck, I set out to make each card appear as a movie poster promoting an obscure Italian horror film lost to time. Using the Rider-Waite deck as my source, I reflected on both the original art and the card's intended meaning, rolling these into a library of fake films. Okay, fair enough. So I was definitely gonna try and recognize the movies, but obviously they are fake. Whether focusing on the meaning of the card or latching onto one element of it, I did not want to make any literal recreations of the original art. Fair enough. Absolutely. A major element of each design is the text that make up the title. Some are simple Italian translators, while others are more elaborate turns of phrase. For example, the Ten of Skulls title translates to a pile of skulls. Well, okay. I imagine there's going to be 10 skulls. With each card done, Bianca Craig reviewed my art, and with the traditional cards and meanings to it in tow, weaves her magic. I directed her to write what she feels and keep it artsy, as if each blurb existed as a monologue in said film. Original card meanings can be found anywhere, and I'm sure most readers already have a favorite source for definitions. That's why I felt comfortable opening these up to a more artistic interpretation, and I'm all for it. Absolutely love this. So obviously I'm not going to spoil myself to see the cards, because I see here that we do have a small template in color for each and every card, I believe. Yes. Oh my god, look at that, it's amazing. And I'm just gonna go straight to the end of this because I want to check whether they talk about the references. I believe that there was. Okay, references, yeah, absolutely. So there is a book called Italian Gothic Horror Films from 77 to 69, from 70 to 79, Strike One to Educate 100, The Rise of the Red Brigades, 1960. Okay, guys, this is about the Red Brigades. I did not expect that. If you're Italian, you will know why my tone of voice dropped. I have a very personal experience related to Red Brigades. I was very little, a few months old, and there was a shooting just outside my street. My mom told me, because obviously I was a few months old, so I couldn't remember. But there was a knock at the door after a few hours, and there was these neighbors of ours who came in holding her baby, a few months older than me, to her chest. She was in tears and she was crying and she was asking for shelter. She wanted not to be alone, so my mom let her in. We knew her. And basically she said that she heard really loud noises coming from the room of the baby. And she just didn't think. She rushed in, she picked up her baby and just ran outside. They were shooting outside still, so she basically had to wait behind the car, I think. I don't remember exactly. And then she went over, and then that's when she came to my mom, or to our house. A few days later, my dad went to the husband of this lady to check out the room. And sure enough, the window was broken, shattered. There was glass on the floor everywhere. And they found a bullet on the wall, 1 meter, and I mean 1 meter left, I believe, from the cot where the baby was sleeping. So that's something that I don't personally remember. Obviously, I would have not been able to remember, but that is something that hit really close to home, I must say. And obviously that we had black brigades and red brigades, and I'm not saying that they have very different mythology. I'm not going to talk about this. If you're Italian, you will know what I'm talking about. We had some really scary years in the 70s and also in the 80s in Italy. This took me by surprise, because I am very curious now to know whether there are references to the Red Brigades in the deck. I don't know how I'm going to react to that because of these personal experiences. Another time I was trapped in a fire. Again, I mean, my dad saved us all. My auntie, she had one of the most popular shops in the city center in my town. But the brigades came by, they threw Molotov bombs, the shop caught fire, we were trapped inside. I was too little, again, to remember. My auntie took me upstairs where we were safer, but obviously the whole building was on fire. At a certain point, my dad broke down the door from a different access, and he took us to safety. So you will probably understand now when I talk about very close personal memories to terrorists and what happened in Italy in those years. So I don't know. I had no idea that that was going to be a reference, obviously, in this deck. We'll see. We'll see. I'm keeping an open mind. States of emergency, cultures of revolt in Italy. There you go again, from 68 to 78. Extreme right parties in Western Europe. Paxos, Library of Congress, etc. Okay, all right. So let's delve into the cards without much further ado. They are big, my goodness. Let me see, do I have a standard? Yes, I have a standard tarot around here. This is the Rain Shadow tarot, which I believe is pretty much standard size. So I just want to compare to show you how much bigger these cards are. So this is the standard, or more or less a standard size. So we can see it's actually wider and taller, which I'm absolutely okay with. It's gonna be fun and try and handle the deck, but I don't mind. This means that I will have, you know, the possibility to look better into the images. So obviously we've got Il Matto, which is the Italian name for the full card, and obviously we have the English subtitles and the name at the bottom. I'm not entirely happy that we have, you know, the name of the company, let's say, here, but it does look like a movie poster, so I'm guessing, you know, it is related to that, and all of it has been done for the reader to feel like we're looking into movie posters, so absolutely okay with that. So lacking inhibitions, youth, naivety and ignorance. We do have a few keywords, I believe, for each and every card, or at least for the major arcanas. The Magician, La Maga, La Papessa, the High Priestess, l'Imperatrice, l'Imperatore. Wow. Oh, I love this one. Il Papa with a nun, the Lovers. Sorry, I don't know whether to say the Italian title of or the English title. Let's go with the English one. So, the Chariot. My goodness. Also, the eyes on that really remind me of a lot of the movie posters. The Strength card, the Hermit card. That's beautiful. And the Wheel of Fortune. As you can see, this looks like a James Bond, doesn't it? James Bond kind of movie poster. The Justice card, lots and lots of movies with a lot of people firing their guns in Italy in the 70s, I can assure you. The Hanged one, Death, Temperance card. I have to say, I'm loving what they've done, because they remind me, oh, this is Venice, by the way. This is the Clock Tower. This is the Lion, and this is Palazzo Grassi. I'm loving the fact that we've got Venice in the posters. Really, really happy with that. It is unfortunate that it's the Tower card, but I don't mind. Venice is my favorite place on the entire planet. The Star card, I want that. It's still Venice because this is a gondola. I don't know if you guys can tell. This is a rather darker kind of part of the card. But yes, it is indeed a gondola, so it's clearly Venice. This is so very typical. It does still remind me a little bit of a few James Bond movies, but it is really cool. The Sun, just, ooh, okay, my goodness, okay, that's a bit gross. And the World card, awesome. Okay, this is a new, okay, so we've got some additional cards. So this one is Sposa, the exposed one. Obviously, we can see that. Vulnerable, unguarded, ashamed, naive, number 22. Then Disarmata, the unarmed, sorry about that. Do you ever feel powerless, ineffectual, unable to escape your captor? Sorry, I've tried to read that like those announcers of the movies. This feels like a I don't know, like a mix between the 8 of Swords and perhaps the 9 of Swords or the 4 of Swords, I don't know. Legati, so the bound, losing yourself to another, unable to see where you end and they begin. I'm loving this card, this is amazing. Penetrata, so the penetrated, an ingress, an impending journey, an unfamiliar setting, a new environment. Okay, consumata, consumed, enticing and attractive, supple and coveted, a delicious treat. Okay, un paio di candele, the two of oh, hang on a second, does that mean that this is the ace of candles? I don't know. It does say number 26 though. Okay, now I don't know. I'm just gonna have to keep on looking. We'll see. So this is the two of candles, obviously. I'm thinking candles is wands because of the fire. I'm guessing, yeah. Adventure, travel, yeah, for sure. Three of candles, four of candles. I'm loving this. Really beautiful. Five of candles. I can't really tell what the image is. Oh, okay. So this is an eye, this is a nose, and it looks like someone is pulling off the skin of their face. Ooh, okay. Six of, this is the Gatta Melata, by the way. This is a monument from Padova. I love that I can recognize these things. I could be wrong. If you're Italian and that's not the Gatta Melata, please don't tell me. Please let me live in denial. So 7 of candles, 8 of candles. I'm loving this card. This looks like the Northern Lights. So you guys know me. I love the Northern Lights. 9 candele, so 9 of candles, the 10 of candles. I'm loving the fact that we still have the peeps, so we have 9 candles or 10 candles, but we also have the illustrations, which is actually related to the wands, the suit of wands. Now I'm worried, guys, because from the 10 of wands we go to the ace of candles, which is okay. So let me just put it back because my brain doesn't work this way. I need to have everything in order. If you know me, you know me. So let me just put the ace of candles where I think it should be. Sorry, this is the 2 of candles. So ace of candles, and then okay, fine. And then what have we got here? The king of candles. Okay, the knight of candles. Cavaliere di cera. Cera is wax, actually. Fante della candela. Fante is a page. Where's the queen? Okay. Oh, I love the salamander here. And La Regina della Cera. So the queen of wax and the queen of candles. Well, wax is just a material you make a candle out of. Okay, so I believe we have the ace after the 10, and then we have king, knight, page, and queen. A bit odd, but yeah, absolutely. And once I understand, I'm okay with it. So, due occhi, 2 eyes, the 2 of eyes, in decision management, prioritization, time, and focus. So this seems like it's, it could be the 2 of pentacles. Let me see the 3. Ho visto 3 occhi, the 3 of eyes. Sorry, I can't read that. It's red on a black, darkish red. Collaboration, teamwork. Yes, this is the suit of pentacles. So 2 of pentacles, 3 of pentacles, 4 of pentacles. This is, I should know what this is. This is the inside of a church with a cupola. Maybe it does say something about the images on the book, but I didn't want to have a look at the book first. This looks like an exorcism, by the way. The 6 of eyes, so the 6 of pentacles. La donna dai sette occhi, so the woman of 7 eyes. Slow and steady, reliability, low risk investments, long term. Funny because low risk investments, I know of a lot of people that read the 7 of Pentacles, even in its upright position, as money problems, but low risk would not suggest money problem. However, I do read the 7 of Pentacles reversed as money problems, so that could be very interesting. Okay, these look like swords and knives, so the 8 of eyes, that's weird. And we don't have, yes, we do have keywords. 9 occhi tra di noi. Wow. Okay, 9 eyes between us, so that's a bit odd. How many eyes per person, I wonder. The 9 of eyes, luxury, abundance, extreme wealth, financial independence. Troppi occhi, too many eyes, the 10 of eyes, shared investment, impending mutual abundance, contribution. And again, I should know where this is taken from. I should really know, I'm sorry. I'm not very well versed on Italian churches. Lasso degli occhi, so this is the Ace of Eyes. I'm just going to put it back later, I don't mind. Now that I understand what the order is, I just didn't know whether I, received the deck that I had one card less, that's all. So the King of Eyes, the Knight of Eyes with the Ferris wheel. I'm liking this one. And then we've got Fante degli Occhi, Page of Eyes. That's more like an Italian translation of an English sentence rather than the opposite. Regina degli Occhi, that's beautiful with the eyes on the dress, wow. Lame gemelle, oh my goodness, that's twin knives. The Two of Knives, obviously faced with a crossroad, avoiding tough decision at a stalemate. I am taking so long to go through this deck, but I am actually really, really loving this. So it's almost as if this were an unboxing with a walkthrough incorporated. My apology if you don't like this deck, obviously you can skip ahead, but I love this. I am enjoying this so much. I think it's really well done. The concept is fantastic. I love that this is the Queen of Knives of the Queen of Swords. I'm really, really enjoying this. I think it's really well done. I teschi bacianti, the kissing skulls. Wow. The Three of Skulls, Four of Skulls, Five of Skulls. So this is cups, obviously. The Six. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. How cool is this deck? I'm so happy I backed it. And I know that it's, obviously if you're not Italian, you would not understand the translation of the titles of the cards because it's not exactly the translation in English at the bottom. But I'm telling you, I'm enjoying this so much. Unbelievable. Loving this. Absolutely gorgeous deck. And you know, that is exactly the vibes that I expected, the vibes that I'm looking forward to for this season. I love that they're antiquated exactly as if you were looking at movie posters, you know, to see the borders there. Absolutely in love, obsessed with this deck, Tarocchi Gialli. So beautiful. So the next deck is also gonna be in theme for the month of Halloween, and it is actually carrying the Halloween name on the title, and it's the Halloween Forever Oracle. This is by Tess Whitehurst, but the artwork is by our beloved JBG, so Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I'm already loving this deck because I absolutely love these images and I love JBG's art style. It is published by Blue Angel and it is a relatively new deck. I haven't seen anyone using this deck on social media. Blue Angel publishes first in Australia because it's an Australian company. And they cater for the Australian market first and foremost, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much, Blue Angel. And as I always say at this point, there's another Australian company who does not do that. So I'm very, very grateful that Blue Angel is still, it's about the only company that puts, you know, the fact that they're an Australian company, that means a lot for them. Now, let me just quickly open this because with these nails, it's not the easiest thing. Here we go. So lately, Blue Angel has been using a really cool cardstock that I absolutely love, and it's got a really soft tactile feel to it. I'm hoping that this deck will be made with the same cardstock. I'm not entirely sure. I'm loving the Dia de los Muertos makeup on this character, and as always, I don't understand why So this will be obviously practically swimming in the box, but Blue Angel does that, and I don't understand that. I mean, either you reduce the size of the box, and we're all very happy about that, and obviously you have to reduce the size of the guidebook as well, or you put something to keep the deck steady. Not that it comes damaged at all, not at all, so it's okay. It's not a deal breaker, and I'm just being picky. But I do believe that it's also to save some money for them, and to save, you know, ecologically speaking, it would make more sense to make a smaller box. So now let me just quickly go through the guidebook. But these oracle decks by Blue Angel tend to be more or less the same. So you've got the full color, I believe, no, it's actually a thumbprint, but it's still in full color. You got the, you know, a bit of a explanation about the card. So really, really nice. And they're always very useful, these, and then the information about the creators. There you go. It's always very well done. I mean, it does come with a few spreads, the werewolf spread, the pumpkin spread. Are these Halloween themed spread? I think so. So I'm all for it. So we got the werewolf spread, the pumpkin spread. Please tell me there's more. One more. Okay, fairy witch spread. Awesome. I'm gonna try these three for sure during this month. Really, really beautiful. But let's have a look at the cards, because that's what we're here for. So I believe it's 44 cards, which is, you know what, I'm happy with that. Absolutely happy with that. We got an elf fairy, we got a candy witch, really beautiful. The Wicked Witch's hourglass. I love that it looks like a faba from Wicked, the musical, and the book actually. Lilith's Freedom. Light into darkness. There's always these characters. It's very typical by JBG art style. There's this almost gender neutral, very childish and very innocent looking characters. Second Spring, Work Your Magic. I love this card, that's so beautiful. Cuddle the Dragon, Share the Cupcakes. No, I will not share the cupcakes. Planetary Wisdom. Possum Fairy. Okay, creepy. Tiger Lily Nymph. I love this card. That's so beautiful. Candy Moonbeams. That's very similar to the other Candy Fairy. Moon Moth. That's really beautiful. Voodoo in Violet. Awesome. Hecate's Butterflies. Death Priestess. La Luna, the moon. In Italian or even Spanish. Bone Bouquet, awesome. Healer's Chariot. Oh my goodness, I love this card. Look how beautiful. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna try and show you, but there's arabesques on the black side of the card. I don't think you can see that through the lens, but you have to believe my own words. But it is really beautiful. Very nice card. El Corazón, the heart in Spanish. Fierce Yokai, obviously we talked about the yokai. Is the first deck study that I've done with my members a few months ago was the Yokai Yochi Tarot. We had so much fun. Then we did the Sacred She Tarot. We're currently studying the Awakening Tarot by Monica Bodirsky, and it's absolutely fantastic because I'm also giving out an introduction to alchemy. So I believe everyone is enjoying that. So if you want to join, check it out. My membership is not expensive. The Sunlight, which is the second tier of my membership, which is the one that gets access to most of my videos, is only $14.95 per month, Australian dollars. So it's about, well, it's about $9 US per month. If you want to join, it's so much fun. It's a growing community. You can send me any kind of email if you want. If you have any question, I'm always there to help out and to answer. La Calavera. Calavera is the skull in Spanish. Empire of Bones. I'm loving this. I have a passion for bones. You guys know that I have a passion for skulls. Santa Muerte, of course, fantastic. Fire Ritual. I love this card. Look, there's a fire coming out of their eyes. Chiaroscuro, of course. Octopus Fairy. That's amazing. Ophelia's Ghost. Ophelia from Hamlet, I'm guessing. Okay, and then the Odd Landscape card. I don't know why, I don't understand. But Pumpkin Baby, really cool. Immortal Gaze, Pumpkin Thief, Will of the Wisp. Have you guys played the video game? I am afraid to admit I gave up. It's actually very difficult for me. I don't know whether I chose the most difficult level. Maybe I should try the easier one. Jack-o'-lantern of Love, of course. Medusa's Mysteries. This looks like the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. Really liking this. Pumpkin Promise, Moon Mistress, Autumn Angel, Dracula's Heiress. Oh, another landscape. Okay, I love this one though. And Daughters of Night. I love how dark. It's deliciously dark. It's such a gorgeous deck. And I have to say, loving the cardstock as well. I love the fact that it's narrower than your usual oracle size, so it's probably easier to handle for me. I'm so looking forward to use this deck. Really, really, really loving this so far. I am absolutely in love with my new decks. But let's move on to the next two. And these ones are not Halloween themed, but I got them when, let's say this one, because it's the Abaton Keys, a Dream Healing Oracle deck, You Hold the Key by Patty Allen. I have to say, Patty is lovely, absolutely lovely. Oh my goodness, she was really nice. I reached out to her, wanted to buy her deck. I said, look, I've got an address in Australia, but I also have a forwarding address in Portland, Oregon. You tell me which one is cheaper. And she was like, you know what, I can actually do it in such a way that it's only a couple of dollars more expensive to Australia. And it arrived straight away. So she was lovely, absolutely lovely. I highly recommend checking out her website. The Abaton Keys is an amazing oracle, and let me just show you. So it is a collage, and I was really looking forward for a collage deck. Originally I was looking for the Begin oracle, but it is now, I believe, out of stock, if not entirely out of print. I cannot find it. So I'm actually putting this out there. If you guys have the Begin oracle and you want to part ways with it, please let me know, because I would be interested in buying it. But in the meantime, I'm so very excited about this deck. So it does come with a guidebook, even though I have to say there are keywords on the cards. And so let's see, there's also a spread, 9-key spread, Dream Healing spread. Okay, there's a few spread, which I'm going to definitely check out. I don't want to break the spine of the guidebook though, but it's a pretty standard. You've got how to use the cards, a bit of an introduction, and then let's have a look at how much we get when we look at the cards. So we got the thumbprint in black and white, which is absolutely fine. And then we've got something called the Ancient World. Pythagoras, an Ionian Greek philosopher, was born in 570 BCE and died probably in 495 BCE, around the age of 25. While you may remember him from math class and the Pythagorean theorem, he was actually a philosopher, mathematician, mystic, scientist, and founder of a religious movement called Pythagoreanism. To Pythagoras and his followers, the number 10 was a highly symbolic number, and we might say that Pythagoras wasn't only a mathematician, but the first numerologist. Yay! Yes, I actually knew that. It was written, 10 is the very nature of number. All Greeks and all barbarians alike count up to 10, and having reached 10, revert again to the unity. I'm loving this. I love when buying a deck means for me actually enriching my knowledge about something. Absolutely worth it. And by the way, this is very affordable to be an oracle, an indie deck. The message. The term harmony derives from the Greek harmonia, meaning joint, agreement, concord, and from the verb harmoso, meaning to fit together, to join. Beautiful, beautiful, all of this knowledge. Absolutely fantastic. Really loving the idea. So yes, it's divided in suits, in different suits, so that could be interesting to check out. But this is a first impression and an unboxing. I literally received the deck just a couple of days ago, and I haven't even looked at the cards yet. So let's do just that. And so we got 44 cards, which is perfect. Thank you so much. It's absolutely fine. Wounded healer, and then we got medicine at the bottom. So for what I understand, the medicine, yes, is the, let's say, the group of cards that we're looking into, the suits. So we got intuition. As I said, it is a collage indie deck or oracle deck, and I'm all for it because I have a couple of collage tarot decks coming my way, and I was looking for something to pair them with, and I find out that yes, indeed, I do have a lot of oracle decks that may be called collage decks, but this one, it just really feels right to me. I absolutely love it. It is one of those collages that feels like it's done in the 90s. So it's actually, it feels original, if you know what I mean. It feels I don't know, it feels authentic. And I'm really enjoying this. Look at this card, Sanctuary. It's so beautiful. And gratitude and purification, absolutely loving this. Release, retreat. Wow, that's really nice. And so then we move on to the suit of drama, insight, turning point, of course, realization. Wow, that's really nice. Inspiration, nice. Pause, absolutely. Struggle, wow. Oh, that's very powerful. That's very powerful, this card. Speech, hero. So I'm not going to look at all of the cards, sorry about that. Otherwise, this video would just be so long. But you know me, whenever I do this kind of unboxing, I'm so curious about the cards and I can't help it. I don't want to skip ahead. I want to see all of the cards. Flow, existence. Oh, look at this one, beliefs. That's so beautiful. Origin, amazing. Boundless. So this would pair up really well if you have it with the Lion Oracle Tarot. What's it called? The Lioness Oracle Tarot? I think it's called the Lioness Oracle Tarot. I don't have it, so you will excuse me if I'm actually butchering the title. But it is, I think it's called the Lioness Oracle Tarot. I do remember that it's got the name Oracle on the title as well. So the Lioness, I believe. And it's a really beautiful tarot deck. Now, this one, as I said, very affordable. I highly recommend you check out Patty. So it's Patty Allen, Patty's website. And as I said, she's really lovely. She's answered my emails immediately. You know, we discuss which one is cheaper to send it. It's cheaper here, but it's only a couple of dollars to Australia directly. You know what? Go for it. So, and I had a fantastic experience. And again, as I'm saying, I will always talk about good experiences and I will not talk about bad experiences. So this was an excellent experience. The Abaton keys, really amazing oracle deck. I can't wait to start using it. And let's have a look at the last of the decks that I wanted to show you today. So this is the Prophet Oracle card set. The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, obviously. This is also a Blue Angel deck, but I believe it's an older deck, so I'm not expecting the new card stock, which is absolutely fine. It is a 42 cards deck. 42 is not 44, but it's still sort of okay. I'm not complaining. Anything, you know, 44 would have been better, but 42, I'm officially okay with it. See how difficult it is for me to actually use anything with these nails. Sorry about that. I'm not complaining, I actually love them. But I'm looking forward to a shorter kind of nail for next week. I believe the next week we're going to see these ones, I think. Is it these ones? Yes, I believe these ones for next week. So I can't wait to use these ones because they're slightly, as you can see, they are slightly shorter, which is absolutely fine. And okay, so unboxing the Prophet Oracle. This one has a very specific reason why it's coming to my collection now, because I want to pair it up with a couple of decks and I'm not going to show you now. I'm going to show you in a future video because I'm planning a October favorite spooky pairings. How does that sound? Do you guys want to see an October favorite spooky tarot and oracle pairings? Let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this is not a spooky deck, I have to say. It's not a spooky deck. So maybe not spooky, but it is a really beautiful deck. When it comes to a couple of things that I notice in a deck, the art style, the aesthetics, but also the, and obviously the specs, so the cardstock. You know what? I'm gonna eat my own words because this is actually the new cardstock. I don't know when it's gonna be published. It's being published. We've seen the guidebook for the Halloween Forever. It's very similar, I imagine. So, okay, no, what? What's this? Joy and sorrow, work, eating and drinking, giving. So are these the cards? No, I don't know. These are the cards. Okay, you guys are probably screaming at the screen right now, but I don't know what these are. So it says here, the Prophet. Okay, so is this taken from the Prophet? Okay, I don't know if I can read it for copyrights and stuff like that. I know that a certain amount of a book can be read in a YouTube video, but not exceeding it. I don't know. So I am looking forward to understanding what this is at the end of the guidebook. If you have this deck, let me know, but I will find out anyway. And these are the cards. So obviously we do have a little bit of description on the cards. Maybe these are quotes as well. So I'm thinking perhaps we're looking at an expansion of this. Let me see. Number 1 is the gates of his heart were flung open, the coming of the ship. So if I go to the first one here, would that be the same? The coming of the ship, yes. Okay, guys, my brain is finally working. I finally worked it out. Better late than never. So the coming of the ship, we do have some in here, but then we have a lot more in the end, the tail end of the book, which I find a bit odd because we will have to go back and forth, but that's absolutely fine. If these are actually excerpts from the book, I don't know. I'm so sorry, I should have actually prepared a little bit more about this deck. But the main reason I got this deck is for aesthetic reasons. So I'm going to pair it up with a tarot deck. You guys probably know which one because these images are very unique. And if you have the deck that I am going to pair it with, you will know which one I'm referring to. I'm not gonna spoil it though. You will see it in my October favorite spooky tarot and oracle pairings. I am enjoying how the vibes of this deck are actually really nice. It is a calming kind of deck, sometimes also a bit daunting, harrowing. I don't know what other adjective I can find to describe this, but it is very beautiful card, I have to say. Very beautiful art style, and really looking forward. I'm not really crazy about every now and then having a landscape card when 99% of the deck is portrait. It confuses me. I don't necessarily know how to use it. Should I keep it, should I keep it like this and try and read it, or should I definitely put it like that? I don't know. I either all landscape or all portraits, please, but this is mixed. I did not know that. I'm not crazy about it, but it is what it is, and that's not a deal breaker at all because this deck is really beautiful. Look at the backs as well. Now, that was it for today, and if you're still here, thank you so much, because I know that it's a long video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot for me and my channel, because the more subscribers, the more videos I will post, obviously, so it helps me grow. But for now, have a great day. Hi, are you still here? If you're still here, thank you so much. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open this envelope that contains the 3 cards from the Tarocchi Gialli, I'm actually very excited, but at the same time I'm a bit scared because I don't know how they picked these cards. And so personally I believe that when you're reading for someone, you should always have consent. Even if you do it for free, even if you do it for a laugh, even if you do it to maybe to cheer someone up, or but it should always be with consent of the other person, because we tap into the energies of this person, and perhaps sometimes we shouldn't do that. I, however, remember that Nick was asking if we wanted to have a reading done or not, and I said yes, so I gave my consent. It's just that now I'm really worried. I mean, what if I find really like negative cards? I don't know. Anyway, so if you're still here, thank you so much for being still here. And I'm going to open this together with you, and I hope that, you know, it's just I don't know, we'll see. Let's open this, obviously, with these nails. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can definitely do this. Ooh, I'm really, really worried. It's also because I have seen the cards, and let me tell you, even really positive cards, they look really, sometimes really creepy and scary. Okay, guys, I have them here. I'm really scared. Should I read them in this order or not? Like, this is number 1, number 2, number 3? Or number 1, number 2, number 3? Or what do I do? Okay, I'm just gonna flip them over, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, okay. Did you hear me gulp? Okay, what have we got here? This is, guys, I have to say, wow, okay, no, that it's actually good. Okay, whew, let me breathe. So I know that this is really creepy. It is, but it's the Judgment card. And generally speaking, to me, the Judgment has always been positive. It's always been, let's say, how should I say, supportive. It's always been a very supportive kind of card, because I am a person that loves change. I know I'm the odd one out. No one likes change. Guess what? I have really a passion for change. Probably because sometimes I'm restless, so it may actually become a bit of a risk. But I do love change. I embrace it, and I am always for it. So the Judgment card brings metamorphosis, you know, transformation with it, absolution, judgment, and condemnation as well. Obviously, we're looking at all of the keywords here. I do like it that I got this card. And now we have 2 8s. Now, the 8s are always a bit, how should I say this, ambivalent. So we can read them in different ways. So this is the 8 of Skulls, and this is the 8 of Candles. Now I remember for sure that the 8 of Candles is obviously candles, fire, so the Suit of Wands. So this is the 8 of Wands. And when it comes to the 8 of Skulls, I believe that it's referring to the 8 of Cups. So let me just double check the keywords. It says abandoning responsibilities, learning things behind withdrawal. Learning things behind withdrawal. No, leaving things, sorry. Okay, I'm wearing my reading glasses, but it's the old prescription, so I obviously need new ones. Okay. Leaving things behind. So abandoning responsibilities, leaving things behind, withdrawal. I know that the 8 of Cups, especially with those keywords, is something rather negative because you're leaving a situation that is broken behind. However, let me tell you, that is actually really positive, because perhaps your leaving was on the cards for a while and you finally took this first step out. So that's how I decide to read it. I now understand what this reading is about. For me, it is very personal. I cannot share a lot of it. But in any case, the number 8, that I got 2 number 8s is very on the one hand, you know, the number 8 points to the stability of number 4, but exaggerated. So that's why with the element of water, that adds fluidity to reading the numerological meaning of number 8. It feels like the water is seeping through. So when you're holding the water, if you go to the sea or any other body of water and you scoop up a bit of water, you can still hold some of it in your hands, but it will seep through your fingers because, you know, it is water and it tends to trickle and it tends to pretty much escape any confined space. Unless it's obviously a container, plastic or something like that. So there is this sense of leaving, but leaving after the situation has matured. And there's also this sense of release that comes with the 8 of Cups that I like to associate with that card. Definitely we associate it with the 8 of Candles, which is speed, but it's also travel, but it's also news coming our way. In here it says decisiveness, dynamism, flight, action, which is, it really points to something that is moving away with a lot of decisiveness, a lot of strength and power. It is a decision. It is a good decision taken for ourselves, and we're kind of excited about it. We feel the fire after the water, the present, not the present, but the past situation that we left behind with a bit of a water trickling through, but we have taken on a lot of power with the 8 of Wands, and obviously we're going towards this kind of, you know, living with a bang, and there's going to be this really wonderful metamorphosis because we would have reached, you know, the point in which we are finally moving into our next stage. I'm actually okay with this reading, so if you're still here, thank you so much for being with me whilst I was facing my fears. I am absolutely loving this deck. I think it's really, really gorgeous and well done. Anyway, again, have a great day.